Facebook/social media of your choice. As my phone goes off, don't mind that. We were just having this conversation about how when you're in college and everybody looks like a hobo on Saturdays.
Saturdays are amazing.
You go to each other's apartments and you don't judge each other for looking like hobos. You just do look like hobos.
Even like work. Like my work is super casual anyways, but we all just kind of like half of us show up in pajamas because I worked a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift, and like we just kind of all look like trash.
So that's where we're at today, YouTube. Anyway, let's get back into it. Part 3. So here's this guy waiting for the bus or something. I don't know.
Hiding behind that tree.
Hiding behind the tree.
Yeah.
At this point, so we're getting back into the bus after having gone to the store to get some lunch. And I went up to this lady at the store and I said, "Do you have a spoon?" And she goes, really angrily, she goes, "Yes, we have spoons." And I was just like, sorry for asking for a spoon. Because I asked in French and everything. And usually in France, they're very, nice to you if you try to speak French. And I could speak it well, and so I asked for a spoon, and she was mad about me asking for a spoon.
In French? Huh.
So here, anyway, this is the temple. And we got to see it before the open house happened. We didn't get to go inside, though, which is extremely sad. But that's okay, because it was very pretty. And it looks a lot like the Payson Temple, as in the way that it has the stained glass that looks like the mountains behind the Payson Temple. This one has things that kind of match the surroundings of the temple too. So it doesn't have a steeple on it because there's a building ordinance in France that if it's a newer building, it can't have a steeple, so that it makes the actual buildings, the old authentic buildings, more authentic. So this is the Église de Jésus-Christ des Saints des Derniers Jours. And here's the whole dang group. See, there's even still fences around the temple because people haven't been allowed to come in yet. So this is the gate thing that you go through to get to the backside of the temple. And this is the backside of the temple. And it, the flowers were still growing and stuff because it was early spring. But see, the stained glass they have is kind of
oh, I like
trees.
that.
Yeah, I really like the Paris Temple a lot. It's a relatively small temple, but, it's not Utah, so that's why. These really pretty fountains because France isn't dry like Utah, so you can have fountains there.
We have fountains too.
We just very rarely use them to save water. So, yeah. Fun times. The guy, these guys over here, were very sketched out about why we were there. Because they didn't know we were coming, I guess. And there's a Christus statue in the back. But they said that we weren't allowed to share the pictures before the open house, before the dedication, we weren't allowed to share pictures. So after it was dedicated, we were allowed to show the pictures, but until then, we had to keep them secret.
I have a really horrible joke for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You couldn't share them until after you were dedicated. You were almost dead, so. But since you weren't,
it's very good. I like the joke.
I'm dedicated. Oh no.
So, and there's a lot of hotels around here, so I believe right there in the very front, I think that's a hotel over there.
Looks like a hotel.
Hotel.
La
la la.
La la la.
I took a lot of pictures. I like the different gradients of the bricks.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
There's more of a close-up.
A little bit better picture there.
I like the clouds in the background too. They always look like watercolors.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one.
Because the clouds are a little bit lower, because they don't have, in that part of France, they don't have very many mountains, at all. This is the Palace of Versailles, which is very close to the Paris Temple. like down the street from it.
Oh, cool.
So
I know of Versailles.
see, there's scaffolding like we were talking about yesterday
And
in the last video.
some barbed wire.
And some barbed wire. Yep. This palace is extremely huge. Like, yes, it's big from the outside, but you go inside it and it's even bigger. Like,
how does that work?
I don't even know.
It's like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bigger on the inside, literally.
So,
I guess the TARDIS. It's a giant TARDIS palace.
yep, TARDIS palace with lots of gold.
Yeah. I like all the gold though. Look
The
at
clouds
all that.
were very moody on this day. Like, look at the fence. But, yeah, the clouds are just so moody.
Sounds like me.
We spent, like, 20 minutes trying to find a bathroom, and we kept asking all these people. We were like, hey, where's the bathroom? And they're like, it's over there. So we would go over there. No bathroom. So we'd go, and we'd be like, hey, where's the bathroom? And they would be like, over there. So we'd go over to that place. No bathroom. We finally found it, though.
Must be movable. It's a portable
It
potty.
was not, actually. It was inside, like, it was almost like a visitor center / cafe / whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Museum / it was kind of
some
interesting.
music-y stuff. And
It's a chapel.
That is a pipe organ.
It is a pipe organ with lots of gold and things in it. I really liked this palace because it's very decorated, to say the least.
I do like how it's not as decorated as some of the places though.
Not yet. You haven't seen like the guts of it. This is just like the very beginning of it.
Hallway.
My French teacher got in trouble for talking to a large group of people without being like a tour guide person.
Oh.
So they were like, you're not allowed to talk to people, like you're not allowed to teach a bunch of people what these pictures are unless you're a tour guide, which you have to like pay for. So, yeah, there's a dead horse.
Nice. Oh.
I swear that's what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a dead horse. That picture missed the dead horse.
These are
It looks like those little tree things from
gardens.
like one of those little like wooden games.
So you like pay extra to go out to these gardens, and these aren't the most extravagant gardens I saw in France. There was another one that we'll see later, like several episodes from now. It was like one of the last days. One of the last days.
I like those benches.
The walls were like velvety,
Bust.
if you can like see that.
I can kind of see that texture. I like it.
I think that's one of the Louis, and then this is like
That looks like
all of the wives.
Oh, that's a lot of wives. Look at that molding too. Check that out. That's like 2 different colors of marble.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Lots of pictures of themselves because they just love each other. I want one of those. It looks like a shrink chair, you know? Like you go to a psychiatrist.
It's like a day bed or whatever.
And you
bed.
sit on it.
It's called Chase?
Chaise.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Chaise lounge?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a Chase lounge.
Did I tell you that I read it in a book lots and lots and lots of times before ever saying that out loud?
That's great.
Chaise?
So one thing I loved about this palace was that it was like a rainbow on the inside.
That is fantastic.
So,
look at that
like,
color of green too. That's so vivid.
so
and blue.
Now there's blue. So you would go through the rooms, and I think I got a picture of it where I was like looking through the hallway at all of these rooms, and it's just like a rainbow.
Yeah.
So I was still obsessed with taking pictures out of
They name
windows.
them by their color too. Usually in palaces, they're like, this is the blue room. This is the yellow room. This is.
Mm-hmm. And of course I had to take a picture of every musical thing I saw, right? Oh, and look, there's my skirt.
And a statue.
And, it was like
naked.
a nightstand.
That's cool. Like that guy. That guy's not a nightstand.
You're not a nightstand. There's some more ceiling molding stuff.
I like ceiling molding. Especially when they're not naked. All the way.
I wish there's like a picture I took that I wish I would have gotten like the info of this girl that I took a picture of, because it's such a good picture and she's in it. See? Like, I wish I would have like been able to send her this picture. Because it's a really good picture of her, but
Was she in your group?
no. It's just a random girl.
I do like that room.
Yeah. And
Oh,
this
look
is
at
like,
is it the ballroom?
Yeah.
I love ballrooms. Look at all those different colors of granite, too.
Every time we would go into these palaces and these castles, I would just think about how drafty they were because
they are drafty.
And I would imagine about how hot they would be in the summer because it's just so ugh.
Yeah. I could see that. That'd be very uncomfortable. Yeah,
you
have to have a giant
fireplace
like that, and then
pretty much set the whole thing on fire.
Basically,
then you'll be warm.
Maybe you'd be sad.
Especially because like French winters are very cold. Here's a panoramic view of the ceiling. I did my best.
That's cool.
Not a super good panoramic, but
it's kind of a cool picture though.
Yeah, because there's some more naked people.
Some headless
nudity
people.
part 3.
I mean, there is some nudity, but they're mostly
It's
missing
not
heads
nearly
and
as
hands
bad.
and feet, so that's the part I'm concerned about. It
More-
is France, but curious as to why they're missing limbs.
That's true. Should look that up.
Is it like a painting of some pictures?
Yeah, I think so.
That's really cool.
There's a really crappy panoramic thing I took.
Oh, look at this.
It like stopped at the end. I don't know why. But
maybe your camera died right then.
My camera just stopped panoramicing. I don't know if that's a verb, but now it is.
Now it is. I like that one. The painting looks like they opened up the ceiling there. It's kind of cool. Those are some more naked people.
Just some more naked people floating around.
It's good.
A big, huge statue of himself because,
yes. Look at those abs. Those are probably fake abs.
I think it's like a shirt over his abs. This is, I think, the part where I just started taking detailed pictures of things.
I tried to say crown molding and it came out as meh.
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 Meh. That's what those are called now.
Louis.
They're called meh.
Meh.
Louis.
I like the meh.
It's Louise. Do you
Louise?
mind? Did you just
Louise?
guess? Did you just assume my gender?
Yes.
It's Louise. I'm gonna get struck by lightning and die.
For speaking French wrong or saying his name wrong?
For assuming his gender.
Oh, that's probably true. You should never assume gender.
Never. Not in these days.
Nope. I love this granite everywhere. It looks so cool.
Right?
Oh, look at the chandelier. Look at that crystal. That's amazing.
Yeah, this palace had some pretty amazing chandeliers I took.
Those robes are
good
good fancy.
Marie Leshinsky, I think is what you want to say. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I think that's Italian, I believe.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's a picture later, like, a really good one of a chandelier where, like, the sun was coming through it.
I like that one.
But we'll see it.
It makes me happy. Like that
I
picture
don't know
of
what
the
my
garden.
deal was with windows.
Windows and
I
gardens.
just loved windows and gardens.
It's more instrument. Well,
This
that's
is
not
like
an instrument, that's a
the
piece of paper.
room. One of
The
the rooms.
room.
There are many of the rooms. The thing that I thought was the most interesting about these palaces and stuff, to get to the bedrooms, like, you would have to go through several other bedrooms to get there. So I'm like, are you just disrupting all of the freaking people to get to your room?
Probably have secret passageways to get there.
Yeah, maybe. Sure. And it was very dark in this room, too. I was like, hopefully my camera picks up some stuff, because I don't think it will, but it did, so we're good.
Honestly, too, like, if you're the king of the palace, wouldn't you want the most well-protected room? You have to kill lots of other people to get to them.
Yeah, that's true. Those are fake candles. Yeah, see, it was pretty dark in there, so we got some blurry pictures, but
That's okay.
it's still a very big fireplace. Like, you
Yeah,
can
it
fit
is.
a person in there.
Lots of people in there.
It's a walk-in fireplace.
Oh, that sounds weird. Okay. Walk-in fireplace. I like that chandelier.
Just
They're
wait
all
till
the
we
same
get to the
chandeliers, but
hall
it's
of
good.
mirrors.
Guy looks like he's trying to hold that chandelier up.
Like,
He's doing a good job. Look, that guy is enslaved by the
Leaves.
Leaves.
And flowers.
That's
pretty
cool.
sweet.
Like slavery.
It's the war room.
But I appreciate that slavery is in the past.
Yes. For the most part.
For the most part, it's an accurate answer.
I just really like to take pictures of tourists doing things, I think.
Yeah.
Here's a good one with more of the flowers tying the guy.
Look,
and
it's a
the
guy's
lion
head.
man. Lion man.
Lion
I
man.
think this is the Hall of Mirrors or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called.
Cool. Hall of Mirrors. Are they all mirrors?
There's a lot of mirrors and
That's
windows.
pretty cool.
But there's a ton of chandeliers and a lot of paintings on the walls or on the
like that.
ceilings.
Paintings and chandeliers are two of my
It
favorite
looks
things.
a lot like the Louvre.
The Louvre.
Louvre. Louvre.
Louvre.
Louvre.
Louvre.
And there's the daily Louvre challenge.
Louvre.
We have to say that in every video.
Louvre.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a segment.
How
now.
many of these are we going to do?
Until they're done.
Oh, good lord.
In like 30-minute increments. I don't know, man. It might take a long time.
This may take forever.
It's already taken an hour total, plus however long this video is at this point. So
That
we're
is
doing
true.
real well.
We are doing real well.
Yeah.
Look at that guy with that goat.
Look at that goat. Do you think he named his goat?
Probably.
What do you think he named his goat?
Amigo.
Yeah, amigo.
Because I definitely could see them naming their goat a Spanish name.
Yeah, definitely.
I do like that chandelier. Oh, look. It's a guy hugging a thing.
Might be a lady.
A lady.
I think I see braids.
You know what?
But we're assuming gender again.
We did just talk about not assuming gender. It's a indeterminate gendered person hugging a thing.
Unless it's literally a naked statue, you cannot assume the gender.
Even then, you really shouldn't assume the gender. It's not an art A. That one's a guy.
That one's definitely a guy. So yeah, I took a lot of pictures of the chandeliers because, I loved them.
Chandeliers are cool.
Yeah, I think
that's that person.
I think it is a lady.
I think that is a lady too. What is she holding up? Nobody know. But that's okay.
Another fireplace.
With some urns.
You would have had to have lots of fireplaces in these buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Even then, still not enough.
People wear lots of layers.
That's true. Like in all their paintings and stuff, they're wearing like 5
bazillion layers of skirts and shawls and things. Headdresses.
And for all that extravagancy of a chandelier, and there's 10 candles on it.
Right? It's absolutely necessary that your chandelier has to look cool and kind of light your room.
Here's a cool doorknob that's enclosed in glass, I think it was.
That's cool.
For obvious reasons, so it doesn't get worn away. I think I was obsessed with the chandeliers a little bit.
I kind of like them, though. Every time one shows up, I'm like, chandelier.
They're all a little bit different, too,
That guy's hair. I'm a fan of that guy's hair.
It looks like Mozart.
It does look like Mozart.
Hey, sir, are you Mozart? So, yeah, they have lots of tapestries, too, obviously,
Tapestries are cool.
Keep it warm and less drafty.
Right. Because it's freezing.
That just makes me think of Monsters, Inc. when it's why should we not leave the door open? It's because it could let in a draft. But growing up, I always thought it said giraffe.
Let in a giraffe.
It could let in a giraffe. And I was like, why are we letting in giraffes? Are they monsters too? What do we have against giraffes?
Everything. They're taller than us. They make us
Very.
feel insecure with our height.
That's true. Every time I saw a clock in these palaces and
Clock.
things, I immediately thought of what's his name?
Lumiere.
Cogsworth. Cogsworth in The Beauty and the Beast.
Cogsworth.
Every clock I
Cogsworth,
saw.
why is a guy sitting on you? Why is that guy not wearing much?
Cogsworth.
Cogsworth.
Put clothes on the man.
Put clothes on that man.
Put on the person. Because we can't assume the gender. Yeah, go Mozart.
It's Mozart.
Rockin' the weave.
Rockin' the weaved hair.
That looks like it could be a ship steering wheel.
It does, actually. Except I think it's a door handle.
Oh, there's that picture. I think the next one's actually better than this one. Wait for it. There it is.
I like that one.
I probably look like such an idiot just pointing straight up at a chandelier. They're like, is there a photographer there? Because that's not how you photograph.
I know how to do those, kind of. with fancy napkins. You
Look
just
at
have
that
fancy napkin.
chandelier.
I like that one.
It has even less candles.
Look at the crystal on that. That is insane. I like the little baubles on the bottom though. It's pink.
There's another classic Misha window picture.
I do like the pink on the outside of the building though, with like the blue.
It's definitely different from what you see in other Paris buildings where everything is limestone.
Right. So I like it. It's because it's different.
Well, I think in all of these videos you can just tell that I'm sicker than a dog.
Yeah.
Dogs are pretty sick, man.
Look at some Barbies from French.
I think I took this picture to show to my mom, and I don't think I have showed to my mom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is when I was waiting. We were waiting for someone to get out of the bathroom.
So, with the dolls in the gift shop, do they offer doll-sized guillotines as well?
They definitely should.
They have those. I have seen them on the internet before.
See, just when you think the palace is over, there's all these like extra rooms. There's a restaurant on like the 3rd floor or something.
People
in
or
another
bust.
part of it. Skylights.
There's always more. I like skylights. They provide natural light.
Natural light is like homeboy, you know.
Natural light is homeboy. That's what we have.
Especially in college, because like the only natural light you get is when you're walking to class,
right?
Or walking back from class.
I love walking outside. I've decided.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do next time I'm feeling crappy and I'm like really anxious because this room is lit by artificial lights and we don't have windows. LED.
Lights.
Not LED. I think they're fluorescent.
They're just about LED.
Whatever they are too much. Check out the cobblestone.
I think this is the part where we were waiting for the bus to get back, and I realized that I had left my food in my backpack on the bus or something.
That's your face when you left your food in the backpack on the
That's
bus?
exactly what I looked like.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to this girl, because she was actually one of the best people on the trip.
Nice. She has long hair.
When I had several allergic reactions, she was like on top of it.
Nice. What did you have allergic reactions to?
Mushrooms. And
She's cute.
especially I found out when I breathe in mushroom spores. I get like...
Which they grow those a lot in
asthma
France.
from it. Yeah, we went to a farm.
Guys, look this lady up. I don't know how you're going to find her because I don't know her name, but look her up. She's cute. And she's on top of things in emergency situations.
I would say her
Definite
name. I don't know
material.
if she would want me to over the YouTubes, but I did briefly mention her name in one of my past videos.
I am
of
Michela.
France.
Send her a message if you want to date this girl because she's definitely dating material.
I don't have any contact with her anymore, but hey, there's a girl for you. Here's the Eiffel Tower at night, but not as cool as when it's night-night. You know?
Night-night. You know, like when you're sleeping and...
Yeah, like
Square
when you're
trees.
supposed to be sleeping, but it's Paris.
Eiffel Tower
so you're
featuring
awake.
square trees. Why square
Square
trees?
trees.
Nobody knows. That's some horses and some people.
So yeah, right now the Seine is flooding over, which is very sad.
Like at this current moment.
Like at this very moment. Not just like in the pictures, like right now, 2018, as we speak.
All that water is now in the streets.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Flooded.
Flooded
monuments and things. Yeah, so it's like up past this like thing right here and like onto here from the pictures that I've seen.
Because it's raining and not snowing.
Because it's raining. Don't know, man. Paris and its rain that I never really experienced. Which is sad, but hey, it didn't get us all wet. It got us wet like one time, so it was nice.
That's okay.
So hopefully it'll stop flooding.
That
lights up at night. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Does the lights like go crazy? And...
Yeah, I think it's basically like if you go to a carnival at nighttime.
Oh right, it'll go
they
like
just
that.
Go like, or like Lagoon or something.
Yeah.
Disneyland, Disney World.
I like the light show at night at Disneyland.
This is when we were on a river boat tour. So
it's gonna make me
I remember not taking a lot of pictures, and here's why. I'm deathly afraid of water. And so we get on this river boat tour where there's water and like it's a relatively big river. It's not, the Mississippi River.
Mississippi River.
Mississippi.
Huge.
But it's still, it's still a scary enough river. So I took some pictures, but not nearly as many as I would have, I guess.
Mhm.
So there's another clock at a very bad angle.
Every night.
I took a lot of pictures of that clock for some reason. I think I would take multiple pictures of one thing in the hopes that I would delete the bad ones, and then I just never got around to it.
Yeah, it's okay. We gotta look at all the bad ones and the good ones.
Oh, one
Like
of
that building.
my favorite things is like they were doing, I don't know, construction on a building or something, and the way that they covered it up was awesome. That'll come around here at some point, but it's awesome, and I loved it, and I think they should do this in America.
Oh.
So it's a surprise. We'll see what it is.
Somebody tag UDOT. Let them know. This is how
UDOT, here, do this.
Follow France in this. They have it better. There's some guy or woman. You know what? I need to not assume genders.
We're not assuming genders anymore, Tori.
All I can see is the back, so.
I think we're almost to the construction picture. Wait for it. There's Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
With that tree.
Yeah.
Like, flashback
One that's
to
in the
that.
way.
Yeah, that one video. I don't remember
actually
if
a
that
good
was
one.
yesterday or the day before.
Where's my favorite hunchback? He's not to be seen.
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. I like Quasimodo.
That's how they say it.
We are amigos.
We are amigos, like the goat. Wow, why didn't they name it a me goat?
That honestly would be better.
That would be
It is
better.
an
Why did
amigoat.
they not? If I could go back in time, I would go back to that exact moment that they were like sculpting that thing with the person and the goat, and I would say,
Right.
Name it amigo. Put it on a plaque right next to this. Keep it for historians to look at and realize they knew about puns too.
Yes. Sculptors can be punny too. Just ask my neighbor.
Yeah?
Yeah, Brickell.
Brickell, yeah.
Is it horrible that I remember her name by Briquette? Which is a... Briquette is what you use when you light a grill.
Just a little bit, actually.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I was getting so frustrated at this point on the thing because there was this couple standing at the front of the boat.
Gross.
Just like in the way of all my pictures after this. So if you see them in my pictures a lot, that's why.
Silly couple, why are you in the way? I do like how the buildings are all lit up at night though.
Yeah, it is nice. You can see way around places. And then maybe did I delete the picture of the construction thing? Or was that later in life?
Could have been later
Tell
in
me,
life.
my memory was bad.
I mean...
Don't do drugs, kids. There's another segment. Don't do drugs.
We should do a fun animation video where we do like sick figure animations about why you should not do drugs.
Dude, let's do a Draw My Life, but with Microsoft Paint.
That would be fantastic. I like paint.
I should totally do that. I think that's going on my to-do list.
Draw.
There it is. We found it. So they cover up buildings like that with art.
What?
That's amazing. Yeah, I know.
That makes it way less boring.
Yeah. Because they realize they have lots of tourists, and tourists don't want to see construction. They want to see art. It's Paris.
They should do that in like DC where they have construction on half of their buildings.
Yeah.
You just put art on it instead, and then some artist gets hired, and everybody's happier.
Indeed.
Some poor starving artist is not starving for at least a day.
That's like teach a man to fish, Oh, there's a Musée d'Orsay. We went there. I want to say that was last night that we were there, but I don't remember. Nearing the end of the trip, I got less interested in taking pictures because it was like less of a shock factor, you know, where it's like, oh my gosh, let's take pictures of everything. I was like, okay, I feel like I've taken pictures of pretty much everything.
I noticed I stopped doing that when I went to the San Diego Zoo. I took pictures of literally everything right at the beginning, and then as time went on, I took less and less pictures.
Yeah, because then you realize that,
we were
like,
there for like 5 hours.
I'm here for the experience,
Uh-huh.
not for the pictures.
Yeah. We'll make some toast.
So, yeah, there's that, I think that couple again. I don't know, really bad lighting, but there's the Eiffel Tower.
Shout out to that couple who
got in all my pictures.
got in all the pictures.
Woohoo! There's the Eiffel Tower lit up.
I like it more lit up, I think. It's more orangey.
Yeah, it's like yellow. And then every hour on the hour it sparkles for like a few minutes. I don't remember. So it it has like strobe lights. So we were actually up in the Eiffel Tower when it went off.
What?
Like that night. And it's like seizure inducing.
Seizure inducing?
Yeah. There's just like strobe lights everywhere.
To go on the Eiffel Tower if they know that's gonna happen and you could be triggered by you could have a seizure.
I don't know. I guess you could say that when you go in there.
How do you have seizures if the building sparkles?
Oh, there's a really good picture of it sparkling. You're missing out on all these pictures, Tori.
I'm missing out on all the pictures. Ah, it's sparkling.
Yep.
Look at all those strobe lights.
I have
That's
a video
lot of strobe
somewhere
lights.
also of it sparkling. But these are all pictures. So. And then I took a ton of pictures of it sparkling. So
Because
there's
it's
going to be
sparkling.
about 50 of these in a row.
You said I was going to miss it. I was not.
I had to scare you.
I could go shower and get ready for an hour, like makeup and full everything, and I still would not miss the sparkling.
I think you're actually not wrong. Story time. So I had, when we were going into the Eiffel Tower, they have this, like, they check your bags and everything, obviously.
Right.
And, like, the guard guy was like, do you have any alcohol in your bag? But in French. And so I said, no, I don't have any alcohol in my bag. But he did not understand my accent or something. And so he was just like, do you have alcohol in your bag? And he kept asking me.
You couldn't
and
just
I was
say
just
no?
like, yeah, I just said no alcohol.
No.
And he was just like, okay, whatever. And then they extra checked my bag. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
Not even old enough for
It's
alcohol.
like Libby's story about being kicked off of, they were like doing a gig or something, like,
Oh, it was Macy.
what was that, Macy? They were doing a gig at the Eiffel Tower, like there, they were like singing and
Yeah.
playing some instruments, and they got kicked off, like escorted out by the police.
Yep.
That's fun.
What a life. Yeah, when we were on this river boat, they were like, we have a surprise for you in like 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on the Eiffel Tower. And we were just like, what? Because we hadn't seen a sparkle yet, because like the lights had just barely come on.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, okay. So we were all really excited. And then when it started sparkling, it was like chills, man. Nobody was prepared for the sparkling.
Sounds like the second coming. Watch for it. It's gonna happen. Nobody's prepared. Then bang.
I'm just wondering if there's a way I can go through these pictures faster without exiting out of the slideshow.
Can you like skip next in the slideshow?
Nope.
Like,
Oh, wait. Maybe.
if you click hard enough.
Yeah, no, that definitely didn't work.
You just need the right attitude.
I do need the right attitude. And a pair of scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's the Eiffel Tower from underneath it, so we finally went. I got lots of pictures of that, too.
I can do one of those things for you. Here's some scissors.
Thanks!
You're welcome.
I got scissors. Okay, now the pictures are going really fast. Can we calm down a little bit?
Make them go faster.
Hold up, now it's going really fast, which is probably okay, because there's a lot of pictures of boring things right now. So, yeah, this is the world. There's a really bad picture of me.
It's not the worst.
It is definitely the worst. Why is it on this picture forever? It, like, skips through all those ones. What the heck? It just, like, knows.
Maybe because there's two pictures from you.
Oh, man.
That are the same.
It can tell when they're all the same and when one is different. I'll be honest. I've been to the Seattle Space Needle and I've been to the Eiffel Tower. And I think that the Seattle Space Needle was actually better. No, they're probably both equal, but the Space Needle, like, so for the Eiffel Tower, you go through, like, 2 different elevators to get up there. Because you go up the ones that go, like, diagonally.
Yeah.
And that's, like, one that goes up 2 floors. Floors is what they call it, but they're, like, you know, however many feet. But then you go up, like, a straight one to get to the top. And I wasn't prepared for the fact that your ears are going to pop when you go up this elevator. So I was, like, going up this elevator. I was like, why are my ears popping? Because it goes so fast. And the one in Seattle, like, goes so slow that it doesn't happen. But, yeah. So, that's life for you.
I'll have to keep that in mind in case I ever go to France.
Yeah.
My ears will pop.
Your ears will pop. Yeah, I'm glad it's actually going through these pictures kind of fast now. Except now it's not. They had to put bars and things over it so people would stop jumping off. Sad fact. And people would stop, like, throwing things off the edge and stuff.
Like pennies.
I'm sure people still do, though.
Oh, yeah. You just can't jump.
Yeah. So there's the Eiffel Tower. And everything. It really blew my mind how many poles, like, there are in it. Like, I wasn't prepared for that either.
I can see there being a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, in the Eiffel Tower, like, inside of it, and we're going to stop the video right here, but inside of the Eiffel Tower, there are signs that say, watch for pickpockets, in English. That's how bad it is there.
That's
so,
bad.
That's it for this episode.
Watch out for pickpockets. Don't get yourself
Watch out
tipped.
for them gypsies. Bye.
Bye.